In English, we use the incredibly versatile word get to mean so many different things. And of course, we do it without thinking because it's our native language. But French doesn't have just one equivalent. So when it comes to expressing something with get in French, it's easy to freeze up and not know what to say. So in this video, I'm going to give you 16 ways, yes, 16 manières to translate get from English to French. Du coup, si vous êtes prêts, allez, c'est parti. Salut tout le monde, welcome back to French in Plain Sight. Moi, c'est Alex, and here on the channel, I often teach you French from the perspective of an English speaker. Alors, let's get started talking about get. A lot of the time, when we use get, there is an alternative way of saying the same thing. And it's this alternative that you can usually translate to French. I'm going to break down the following translations by context. Let's go. C'est parti. First, we have possession. I've got a pen. We can also express this as I have a pen. We then translate that to j'ai un stylo. J'ai un stylo. Perfect. The same goes for you've got a job. You have a job. Tu as un travail. J'ai un stylo et tu as un travail. Context number 2 is when obtaining something. I got the job means you obtained the job. You succeeded in your quest. Well, we can use the translation of obtain, which is obtenir. J'ai obtenu le poste. J'ai obtenu le poste. And it's probably even more common to use avoir here. J'ai eu le poste. J'ai eu le poste. If the context is an email or a letter, it's more normal to say to receive. And so, he got your email should be thought of as he received your email. In French, il a reçu votre mail. Il a reçu votre mail. But you can also definitely say il a eu votre mail. Il a eu votre mail. To obtain can also mean to buy. Therefore, we use acheter. Did you get beer? Did you buy beer? Tu as acheté des bières. Tu as acheté des bières. And finally, you could obtain something that was originally in your possession. So you get it back. You recover it. So we can say tu as récupéré les bières. Tu as récupéré les bières, such as if they were at a friend's place, but they're originally yours. Context number 3 is when ordering something. In English, we might say, can I get a coffee, please? You can definitely say, can I have a coffee, please? And so in French, you translate that word for word and get, je peux avoir un café, s'il vous plaît? Je peux avoir un café, s'il vous plaît? But perhaps a more normal verb to use when ordering food or drinks in French is to take a coffee. Je prends un café, s'il vous plaît. Je prends un café, s'il vous plaît. Numéro 4 is when you understand something. I get it. I understand. So therefore, je comprends. Je comprends. But often you'll need it in the past tense. J'ai compris. Likewise, I don't get it is je ne comprends pas or je comprends pas with no ne. And often j'ai pas compris in the past tense. Context numéro 5 is a change of state. Now I like to break this one down into 2 subcategories. To become plus an adjective, and also when something happens to something or someone. Let's first see to become plus adjective. She got sad. Her state changed to being sad. She became sad. We can then translate that to elle est devenue triste. Elle est devenue triste with the verb devenir, to become. We might often express this with went. She went crazy. But it still means to become crazy, and so elle est devenue folle is our phrase. Elle est devenue folle. Then there is I got angry. Je me suis énervé. Je me suis énervé. You can also say je suis devenu énervé, but je me suis énervé would be more common, I think, in everyday speech. The verb is s'énerver. The other type of state change is when something happens to something or someone. It got damaged, it was damaged, it has been damaged. Il a été endommagé. Il a été endommagé. That's if the thing is masculine, of course. I got fired. I was fired. I have been fired. J'ai été viré. J'ai été viré. Or you use the incredibly common yet complex for English speakers, se faire plus infinitive. Je me suis fait virer. Je me suis fait virer is the same as j'ai été viré. If that's too complex for you right now, don't worry, one thing at a time. Le contexte numéro 6, c'est to arrive somewhere. If my dad got there on time, then he also arrived on time. And so, mon père y est arrivé à l'heure. Mon père y est arrivé à l'heure. However, if we get back home at 6 p.m, then we return home at 6 p.m, and then we use rentrer. On rentre à 18h. On rentre à 18h. Le contexte numéro 7, c'est to take care of a problem. Imagine someone's being rude to your friend or the car broke down. You take charge. Don't worry, I've got this. Is also, don't worry, I'll take care of this. Or, I'll deal with this. Well, in French, this is expressed as ne t'inquiète pas, je m'en occupe. Ne t'inquiète pas, je m'en occupe. S'occuper de quelque chose is the verb. How about if your friend forgets his wallet and you say, I'll get this then? It basically means, I'll pay then. And so, je vais payer alors. Je vais payer alors. So there you have it, 16 ways to say get in French across 7 different contexts in everyday situations. Don't worry if you don't get it all first time round, in fact I'm sure you won't. We went through it very quickly. Rewatch the video as many times as you need, it's there for that purpose. If you enjoy the video, please do show your appreciation by hitting that thumbs up button down below, and if you want to know how to learn French in the smartest, most pragmatic way possible so you can speak it with more confidence, check out my free guide. A link to that is down in the description of the video. Du coup, c'est tout. Merci beaucoup d'avoir regardé tout le monde. À la prochaine. Ciao.